Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to share some ideas and tips with you with a special guest. Claire Pressman, president of References More Services, is here with me today. And we're talking about references. So Claire, welcome first off. And secondly, maybe you can tell other business owners and entrepreneurs, like, what your background is, what you do, maybe give a little bit of information about the company.
Hi, Mark. Thank you very much for having me on your show. As you said, my name is Claire Pressman. I'm from References More Services. We've been doing professional performance-based references for well over 15 years. I started off as an agency recruiter, and I noticed that there were a lot of discrepancies on resumes, and I really didn't want to present a client to a candidate who really wasn't who they said they were. And I found that there was a lack and a niche in reference checking, and we've been doing it ever since.
Okay, great. There's been lots of numbers that have been around about how much a bad hire can cost a company. So do you have numbers, stats, or dollar figures?
They say that a poor hire costs the company approximately 1.5 years of the candidate's salary. So you have to take into consideration lost revenue, no one doing that job, or poor morale for other people who have to do their job and the other person's job, especially if you're a small company and you just have a few people working. Then it's a lot of, every person adds value. And then there's the cost of recruitment, and it takes approximately, as you know, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get a client to get the right candidate in there if you're lucky. So it can be costly.
Okay,
you're better off doing everything you need to do to ensure that you have the best candidate for your company.
Right. So do references tend to give, or job seekers, when they're applying for an interview, do they tend to give their friends and family or people that will only talk, positively about them?
Sometimes. So first of all, when you interview somebody, you ask for their references, you might want to suggest that they give their referees a heads up. So it makes your process a lot faster. You should be expecting to see from your candidates the name of the referee, the company they work for, their business relationship, their email address, and their phone number. I would stay away from friends and family. Sometimes people will give friends and family and try to pretend that there's someone they've worked for. And when you start asking them open-ended questions and they're not able to answer, and they're situational questions, it's pretty obvious that it's not a professional reference.
Got it. So I've come across this, and I'm sure you have many times, where you call a reference and they say, well, we can't give you any information other than to say that they were employed here and these are the dates or something like that. So how do you get around that? What do you do in those situations?
I come across that all the time also. I don't like it. I mean, the companies do have those policies, and I guess you have to respect that. What we do is we will say to the referee, I understand it's company policy, but will you give a personal reference? We'll be happy to call you after hours. And if we ask you any questions that you're uncomfortable with, please let us know. We'll move on. And if they say yes, we'll do just that. And we'll call them, we'll get their home number, their cell number, whatever, and call them after hours. If they say no, they say no, it's against company policy, and I just don't want to break my company policy. We say, okay, we understand, but just one last thing, would you rehire this person? And if they still don't answer, it becomes a red flag. If the candidate is asking the referee to give out their name and number, which they should be asking permission to be before giving out their contact information, they would know if the company has a no reference policy. If someone says, no, I'm not going to act as your reference, I can't because of the company, or maybe you should find someone else, the candidate shouldn't be giving out their name and number. It becomes a red flag.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So I know I myself, as an entrepreneur business owner, one of the things I'll do when I interview somebody, I'll kind of go onto their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. What are the do's and don'ts? Am I doing the right thing? Not doing the right
You should
thing?
be very, very, very careful, Mark. Tread very carefully because that's really a conundrum. You know what? Once people put their stuff on social media, it's out there. It's out there for everybody. Not everybody puts their proper privacy settings on there, and you might have learned things about people that you really don't need. You shouldn't know. I mean, what you can't ask in a job interview, anything in the Employment Standards Act about age, religion, ethnicity, where they're from, marital status. You can't find that out on social media either. If you don't hire them, even if it's not because of that, and the candidate finds out that you've been snooping around their Facebook, it becomes discriminatory. They can claim it was discriminatory. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that you can get in a lot of trouble. However, having said that, there's so many jobs that really you need to have a strong social media presence, digital marketing, PR, subject matter experts. In that case, what you want to do, just to make sure that you're safe and everybody's safe, is ask your candidate for their links, their professional social media links. So ask for their professional Twitter, professional Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. Talking about LinkedIn, just one other thing. If someone is going to lie on their resume, they're going to lie on their LinkedIn account. We have seen people who have made up degrees on their resume, and it was also on their LinkedIn account, but the university said they've only took one course. So,
Right. Well, the takeaway is for references for social media, as long as you don't discriminate on anybody. If you're looking at their LinkedIn, there's nothing discriminatory about anything there, then and as long as it doesn't factor into your hiring, then it's okay.
That's exactly. Just be careful. Do not get onto their personal social media stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah. What about any other last minute tips? We got just another minute or two here, but any other tips for business owners when checking references or
my tip for you is absolutely do the rest of the references. Don't it's a valuable step in the recruitment process. Ask open-ended questions so you can learn about your candidates. The way they have performed in the past is really how they will perform in the future. So ask about soft skills that are important to your organization, whether it's collaboration, leadership, conflict management, and ask open-ended questions so you can learn how they have behaved in the past. Excellent. Okay, thanks so much, Claire. So if there's a company that wants to engage your services, how do they get in touch with you? Please email me at claire@referencesandmoreservices.com. I know it's a mouthful. Spell out the ands. It's all spelled out. Or you can get onto our website, referencesandmoreservices.com. You can reach me through Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Terrific. Thanks so much, Claire. And again, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. Thank you for watching. Check out our other videos on entrepreneurs and business owners on our YouTube channel at Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference. And feel free to connect with me as well on LinkedIn and see if there's anything I can help you out with. So have a great day. Thanks so much again, Claire, and be well. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, thanks.